Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano. In today's U.S. news, Shining Shoes has taken Denise Pullen to the U.S. Four Corners and abroad, but she can raise a flag on new turf as the first woman shoe shiner in memory at the stock show. The exhibit hall's superintendent for 36 years, Cathell Dodson, doesn't recall a female shoe shiner, nor does Pam Wright, special events manager for the Shock Show, which is more than 100 years old. Pullen's business, The Classic Shine, started small 25 years ago in Dallas with a single purpose. She hired only women. I wanted to give women a Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job. I wanted a more stable income for women. I always had a vision. After Pullen designed a portable shoe shine stand, from business branched out from stands in lobbies in Dallas to traveling and working events such as the Stock Show. I've gone from Seattle to San Diego this year, and last year from Toronto to Fort Lauderdale. Some longtime employees at the Plano-based business are passing down that art of the shoe shine to their young relatives, and Pullen has recently started hiring men. Pullen, who has never married, said shoe shining has given her a nice lifestyle but keeps her on her toes. Pullen said, "I make a very good living, but you have to get up and show up every day." She has shined shoes on some well-heeled celebrities, including former NFL star Terry Bradshaw and country singer Tanya Tucker. Pullen said, "I remember she gave me a $20 tip." In their first year at the stock show, shoe shiners might be wary of the animal byproducts on some of the boots, but Pullen said the job is made easier by Cowboys' penchant for tending their footwear. Although business is good, Pullen hasn't retired to the boardroom with an executive title. Pullen said, "I'm just a Plano shoe shine girl. I don't have a title, I shine shoes." Now on to Brandon with international news.
Thanks, Angie. In today's international news, a lump sum of approximately $40 million will buy a sumptuous mansion on the French Riviera. Russia's richest man lost that amount this week when a court refused to return his deposit on the grandest villa of them all. Mikhail Prokhorov, a Playboy magnate worth nearly $10 billion, was told he could not reclaim the funds that he put down on the Villa Leopolda, a clifftop property that he promised to buy in 2008. He backed out of the record sale for $400 million early last year after the recession struck the minerals and metals business on which his fortune is based. The court in Nice delivered its ruling on the day that President Medvedev arrived for a state visit in Paris to celebrate a new era of Franco-Russian friendship. The decision was the second blow by the French justice against Mr. Prokhorov, who also owns 2 chalets in the Alpine resort of Courchevel. In January of 2007, he was arrested and detained for 4 days on suspicion of flying in prostitutes for a party in the properties. He was released without charge, but Moscow media depicted the incident as a deliberate insult against Russia. The contacted sale of the villa was by far the highest price agreed for a house anywhere in the world. It marked the zenith of real estate follies among competing oligarchs. The deposit is to remain in the hands of the owner, Lily Safra, the widow of Edmond Safra, the banker billionaire who was murdered by his male nurse in Monaco in 1999. The court also awarded Mrs. Safra $2 million in damages. She had been forced to lay off the 27 guards, gardeners, and servants and cooks at the villa, but they have since been re-engaged. Ms. Safra said that she would donate the money to 10 charities, including $1 million each for neuroscience research at King's College in London and Imperial College in London. Prices slumped last year to just a tenth of that reached in the giddy days of the boom, although the market has picked up again. The cream-colored Villa Leopolda, set among cypress trees overlooking Cap Ferrat, is still worth only a fraction of what Mr. Prokhorov offered. The Russian had set his heart on the villa 5 years ago. Mrs. Safra refused to sell, but he persisted, raising his offers recklessly. Under French law, deposits are not returned when the purchaser cancels a promise to purchase. Mr. Prokhorov's lawyers argued in court in December that he had not been allowed the statutory week's cooling-off period. The court rejected this because the property had been bought by a company controlled by Mr. Prokhorov. He has yet to decide whether to appeal against the decision.
Ever wish you had sonic hearing? Well, now you can with the amazing Silver Sonic XL from Bell & Howell. It's lightweight and small, just like a cell phone ear adapter. The flexible ear mount easily adjusts to fit all ear shapes and sizes, and the molded ear tip lets it fit you comfortably. Best of all, it looks like a cell phone ear adapter. The Silver Sonic XL amplifies sounds up to 50 decibels, so you can easily keep track of your kids at play. And it picks up sounds from more than 30 yards away, so no one will know you have sonic hearing.
Her body is amazing. I wish I could look like that.
The Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL is yours for only $19.95. But wait, when you call, ask about our deluxe model upgrade that's fully rechargeable and comes with its own charger. Get Silver Sonic XL now and start hearing things you've never heard before. Call now.
To order your Silver Sonic XL, call 1-800-230-7100 or send $19.95 plus shipping to the address on your screen. But for quicker service, call 1-800-230-7100.
Thank you, Brandon. For health news today, surgery on blocked neck arteries has long been considered the best procedure for preventing a stroke. Now, a large North American study has found that a less invasive approach may be just as safe and effective, but other researchers are not so sure. The findings released last week at a medical meeting in San Antonio have the potential to make the less invasive procedure inserting a small tube called a stent in the carotid artery a more appealing option for many patients. Yet a day earlier, European investigators reported dismissal results for another international trial involving carotid stents, published by the British medical journal The Lancet. In that study, patients treated with stents suffered almost double the rate of complications as those treated surgically, leading the British researchers to conclude that surgical treatments of carotid blockages remains the treatment of choice. The findings, which could help determine whether Medicare expands coverage to cover the stent procedure, left scientists trying to explain why two fairly similar clinical trials came to such starkly different conclusions. Dr. Thomas Brott, Director for Research at the Mayo Clinic campus in Jacksonville, Florida, and lead author of the North American study. Though there are differences in risk between the two procedures and individual variations, he said, the results from stenting are very comparable to those for carotid surgery. Strokes are the third leading cause of death in the United States and a major cause of disability among adults. Each year, almost 800,000 Americans suffer a stroke and more than 140,000 die. In entertainment news, the world's most famous ogre, Shrek, his princess, and motley crew of friends will open the Tribeca Film Festival next month, with the final chapter of the successful series making its world premiere in 3D in New York. Shrek Forever After, the fourth installment of DreamWorks' animation series and the first in 3D, will screen on Tribeca's opening night, April 21st. The festival, one of the most prominent in the United States, will run until May 2nd. Shrek Forever After combines the very best in storytelling and artistry while showcasing the wonders of innovative 3D filmmaking. Mike Mitchell, the director of Shrek Forever After, said the technology has enhanced filmmakers' storytelling abilities. The core cast of the latest Shrek film remains unchanged, with Mike Myers starring as the ogre, Eddie Murphy as Donkey, Cameron Diaz as Princess Fiona, and Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. In the movie, Shrek, who has already successfully challenged an evil dragon, rescued a beautiful princess, and saved his in-laws' kingdom, goes through a midlife crisis and longs for the days when he felt less like a family man and more like a real ogre. The film will be released across the United States on May 21st. The 2010 Tribeca Film Festival will announce its feature film slate on March 10th and March 15th. The festival has screened over 1,100 films from over 80 countries since it began in 2002, earning a reputation for being a diverse international festival that supports both emerging and established directors.
Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.